Cash App. I know the rules, man. Y'all know the rules. When you come into the room, don't like, don't share, don't comment. Hit the Cash App. Brothers and sisters. Devon, what it is, man. You already know. You already know, brothers and sisters. Hit the Cash App. Hey, Devon, you hit the Cash App in a minute, yo. What you doing, man? know the rules, y'all. You ain't a true supporter if you don't donate weekly. No nation without donations, y'all. We back. You know what I mean? Now we don't want resources. We don't want we don't even want support if it don't come with Cash App. we want the money. Fuck wrong with him, JB. Tell him, man. We just here for the money, y'all. Straight up, pay it off. What it do? Hey, Davon, I ain't see your name on the Cash App list lately. You alright? Anything good? Anything good over there, y'all? Yeah, that nigga Umar me, yo. Hit the PO box, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, hit the Zelle. You know what I mean? Straight up, sell some food stamps. We you know what I mean? We try to build rec programs, brothers and sisters. Hey, yo. But nah, right? Yo, Durk ain't snitch on K, bro, yo. Like, why are people so, why everybody want to muddy Durk name? Nobody talking about Young Boy, though. Look, they all gonna get mad about that. Ain't nobody talking about YB. But niggas wanna put niggas wanna put snitching allegations on Durk. Yo, so I had a conversation yesterday. I was telling y'all about another content creator. Cause that's how she referenced me in her video. Like, yo, these people on the internet is crazy, man. Yo, you can have a whole conversation with a person in the inbox, and then they get on their platform, and they don't mention you. They say another content creator. Like, god damn, like I don't get that. I don't do that, y'all. Like, this shit different, y'all. I only do that shit to people that do it to me. Straight up. The case against King Von was the King Von Atlanta case was dropped. That case wasn't sealed. That case was non-prosecuted. And the reason why it was non-prosecuted is because they didn't have no evidence. The witness stopped cooperating. What case is sealed? Well, he said in the song he had to get it sealed. But the Atlanta case is dropped. How is it sealed? Yeah, like I don't understand. The Atlanta case got dropped. Prosecution discretion, which means based off the evidence, like it ain't get dropped in interest of justice. Like Whack 100 case. You know, Whack 100 case got dropped in interest of justice. Now that's different. But if a case get dropped because of prosecutorial reasons, it got dropped after Von death. But nobody ever got indicted, y'all. That's what people gotta understand, yo. Nobody got indicted. We ain't go to the computer. Byron Blake just did a video on it. Yeah, trap star. Like, yo, that's why I be pissed off with some of these bloggers, man. Like, yo, stop speaking on criminal cases. Just because you know how to read paperwork or you think you're not to read paperwork, yo, that don't make you qualified to start calling motherfuckers snitches and shit. Like, now these people ain't never even been in no situation where they could have snitched to get out of it. You know what I mean? A lot of these people never been in a situation to where as though they could have told to get out the case. None of these people. None of these people ever been facing no real time. No temp murders or no murders or no shit that'll sit you down for the rest of your life. But then they get on these motherfucking platforms and just be talking. And yo, the case was garbage. The case was garbage. And then when I talk to the other content creator, because that's how they reference me, talking about, we wasn't privy to the video footage. Yo, just like in that old block trial, the video footage that got released, that's what they got found guilty of. That's what they got convicted off of. That video footage. It ain't no other video footage. It ain't no clearer footage. It ain't none of that. The footage that got released, man. It's called the Freedom of Information Act. They can't hold back evidence unless they go through the courts. The video footage that got released of the Atlanta shooting was the video footage that got released of the Atlanta shooting. That's what they used. That's all they had. So the other content creator, because that's how they reference me, get to talking about hold on. Let's go to the footage, man. Yeah, but that was a lie. That was a lie, yo. That wasn't real. Let me show you. Durk arrested in Atlanta. Yo, they can lie at bail hearings, y'all. They can lie at bail hearings, y'all. That's what people don't know. Nobody can lie at bail hearings because the judge don't have the case yet. So they can lie to keep a person detained. And that's what they did. They can lie to keep a person detained. Exactly, Trap Star. But what they trying to say is, well, we didn't see all the video. There we did. We seen everything that they had. And the dude stopped cooperating. It's alive. I wish I can find it. Where Bezu was talking to the snitch in the Atlanta case. He was talking to him. He like, oh, you know you're a rat, right? The dude stopped cooperating.
That's right. We're outside APD headquarters now, as you said. And his lawyer says Lil Durk is still in the Fulton County Jail as his legal team works to get a bond.
See, that's the thing, JB. People don't understand that. Yo, they can lie. I'm trying to tell you, yo. They can get it. You can have a bail hearing right after the arrest, and they can fucking lie. And that's what they did. The officer got on the stand and lied and said, yo, we see Durk with his hand out the window. It wasn't true. It wasn't true. Now, as the case proceeds, if the case would have proceeded, you can't lie no more because now the judge got the case. The judge, peoples, whoever the fuck, paralegals, whoever the fuck the judge worked with, then looked over the case, sent the information to the judge. Now the judge got all the information. Now you can't say that. But at a bail hearing, when nobody really read the case, you gotta remember at a bail hearing, the damn lawyers don't even really know the case to that extent. The lawyers, the prosecution, nobody, all they got is statement of facts. That's all they got. You saw they under oath in the bail hearing? Are they? I don't even think they is under oath in the bail hearing. No, they're not. Nope. You're not under oath at a bail hearing, good vibes. Sure the fuck you ain't getting sworn in.
But before he surrendered, we were with him in his lawyer's office. You're about to surrender as we speak. Yeah. How come?
Because I have nothing to hide. Like, I have nothing to run from.
A rapper's ride. Soon after we spoke, Durk Banks, a.k.a. the performer Lil Durk, emerged from his lawyer's space and headed toward an SUV. Soon after that, he stepped out in front of the Fulton County Jail. One of his lawyers says he was swiftly taken into custody there, having swiftly flown back to Atlanta after he found out he was wanted.
We found out we had a warrant. We were actually on tour. Once I heard, I immediately came back.
He's willing to turn himself in and take care of what he needs to take care of.
We immediately canceled the tour.
He's got a multi-million-dollar salary music career going.
Did you do it? Did you shoot this man? Did you commit the other crimes of which you're accused?
No.
Warrants involving an incident in February on North Avenue involved charges including criminal attempt to commit murder and aggravated assault. One document indicates an Atlanta police investigator said to the best of his knowledge, Banks was employed or associated with a criminal street gang to conduct or participate in gang activity, shooting at the victim while co-defendants shot and robbed him. Is he involved in a gang?
No.
Banks indicated his lawyer told him not to discuss the specific facts of the case, but he confirmed what his attorney Manny Aurora said, that as a youth, Banks was drawn into the gang life that surrounded him in Chicago, but that's not who he is today.
I had a bad background, just growing up as a child, about father being incarcerated for 25
Get the
years.
cash out, brothers and sisters.
So I had a rough past. But, like, me moving to Atlanta, I just thought that just changed my whole identity of thinking.
Now, one of the warrants is for possession of firearm by convicted felon. Lil Durk suggested to me he's
Because at this
innocent.
time, Vaughn wasn't a big artist. American Cash. You gotta remember, Vaughn wasn't no big artist at this time. What is this?
Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
And more details on this case. Police identified the victim as Alex Weatherspoon. He's in jail in Chicago. Lil Durk's
Look,
legal.
and he was booked. Credibility shot. This is the victim. The victim was in jail. You know, it was just too much wrong with this case, y'all. It was too much wrong with the case. I'm trying to find the video, the bail hearing. That's it. Here you go. Yeah, yo. So you got a guy, you got a snitch. They got arrested for robbery.
Imagine being able to build an app with
Who stopped cooperating. Video evidence that shows nothing. You get case dismissed. Like, that's just how that go, man. But yo, look, I'm gonna show you the video, American Cash. In the video, you can't see none of that. In the video, you can't see none of it.
In a shooting out.
It's sad, yo. We keep having to go back to this. Like, we didn't talk about this a million times, but we keep having to go back to it because blogs on social media keep pushing a lie. Like, I don't know why they want Durk to be this rat. Like, if Durk ratted in this case, damn sure ratted in the murder for hire. he would have dead. If Durk ratted in this case, you don't think he ratted now? Yo, people don't just tell once. I mean, niggas got I think we know this now. I think we know this, that now people are career rats. Queso Father's a career rat. Woody is a career rat. Whack 100 is a career rat. Like, yo, you don't just tell one time. So if he told in this, he got to be telling in the murder for hire case when his back really against the wall. Yeah, that is what it is. Why I am. They creating storylines. It's just messed up that y'all, these are people real lives. Like, yo, some of these storylines that these blogs are creating can get people killed, man. But they don't even give a fuck because it's all about content.
Side of the varsity will move forward. Today, Lil Durk appeared in court where a judge ruled there was enough evidence for him to go to trial. Channel 2's anchor Lori Wilson is live near where the shooting happened, near the varsity, and Lori, police say they have video evidence in this case. Jovita, APD says they used at least 5 cameras from local businesses, including this BP, as well as from the university across the street, in order to build their case against Lil Durk and his co-defendant. On Friday, detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk in Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Durk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
They were hanging out. They went to a studio to make music.
The rapper and Bennett listened to the evidence against them in court. Police told the judge later that night the victim, Banks, Bennett, and others went to a nightclub, a gas station, and ended up in the parking lot of the Varsity. That's when Witherspoon said he was robbed and shot.
He said his chain was snatched off his neck, and he had $30,000 stolen from him, and they stole the vehicle he was driving.
Police say Banks was seen on tape shooting a gun.
You see Mr. Banks.
Yo, do you see any of that? In that video, do his car get stolen?
Arm out the window, firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
Banks' attorney says this is a celebrity witch hunt.
Were it not for the celebrity status of these two individuals, then this would be an aggravated assault.
Banks released a single, Turn Myself In, the day he turned himself in. It's gotten almost 7 million views. The prosecutor charging
that's
this.
What I need to do, yo, because this is not cool. Like, yo, running these false narratives, yo, like, yo, you don't have to do this. See, a lot of these people don't have talent. A lot of these people don't know how to break down criminal cases, so they just be on that bitch talking. And they accumulate a following off of lies. You know, everybody likes a lie, y'all. That, hey, American Cash, you must don't know this system. Hey, Cash, if you think they just not on stand line, you don't know this system like I know it. Because I'm trying to tell you, they would do it. They would do anything. They're falsify witnesses, falsify evidence, coerce witnesses, lie on the stand. Yo, they would do anything. Yo, don't ever put nothing past these people, man. Ever. I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna be misled. You're gonna be misled often if you don't understand that these people lie, especially if they want you. They'll bring a witness in a courtroom that you ain't never seen a day in your life and make this person a part of the case. They will do that. Like, that's a tactic. It has been done before. They will bring a witness that ain't have nothing to do with this case and make them the star witness. Trenches News was the star witness in motherfucking O-Block and Butter. They ain't had nothing to do with that shit. That was a federal case. Yo, this is early on. Yo, this is right after the arrest. Yeah, man, this is right after the arrest. You know, bail hearings happened right after the arrest. Probably a couple days later. You're not going to get a chance. You know how many cases judges got? Do you know how many cases judges got? They don't have time to go through all cases before bail hearings.
Wasn't just a robbery and shooting, but gang activity. She put a Chicago detective on the stand to testify that Banks and Bennett are members of Chicago gangs.
Is it possible to continue your affiliation and even commit crimes when you move out of Chicago if you're in a different city or if a different area?
Yes, ma'am.
The judge ruled today there is enough evidence to move forward with all charges against Banks and Bennett, including criminal intent to murder as well as criminal gang activity. They'll be back in front of a judge in a month to ask for bond. Live downtown, Lori Wilson, Channel 2, Action
Yeah, in Diddy
News.
case,
Right,
everybody was lying. Yeah, we read, so a lot of people were surprised that in Diddy case, Jen didn't testify. But it was in paperwork. It was in paperwork that she wasn't going to testify. She was never going to testify. Study Nash. Lord Durk. And we gotta go to CSI study page for this. You know, here's CSI agent. So look at this. Is this the video?
Yeah, brand new, super efficient air conditioning system installed, and do not put a single penny down in the process. That's right, guys. Not
look at
only
this
is
camera,
this
y'all.
Case against four accused in a shooting.
All right, look at this footage.
Talking about.
Otherwise, the first incident I see of him is tussling with the door, and then you see the passenger jump out shooting at him, and that's when he starts running. Okay. And then you see the other cars, they all go this way and jump on the highway.
But you never know.
Let's check it out. Yeah, let's check
But
it out.
you never noticed him returning fire or anything like that?
No, he was definitely running.
Okay.
He was running. Okay. So.
It's a tight space up there, fellas.
Yeah, so not a lot of people.
This is small
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the cash app too. Don't forget, y'all, there's no nation. If you're new to the channel, y'all, remember there's no nation without donations. We got that from Umar Johnson. So before you like, comment, share, or subscribe, hit the cash app, brothers and sisters. Hit the cash app. That's how Umar Johnson be.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah. No, John. No, you only hit one cash app over here. You know, we don't donate to others. That's not how this works. You know, Umar Johnson don't send money back. Once you hit the cash app, you gotta hit that bitch again. We need frequent donators, y'all. Look at this though.
What's going on, bro? How are you? Yes, sir.
So before, this is
Straight
right
up.
before
You know it.
it starts. This is the car, and this is the SUV.
Look at
So you're gonna see it in just.
Look at the video footage they got. Look how far away this is. Let me zoom in for y'all. Look how far away this is, man. Now they got footage that's closer. But with all the footage they got, you can't tell who doing what. What's up, kid?
The car with the lights on was also.
That's the car that the gentleman's in. Like I said, if you're looking at it, hey guys, so in a minute you're about to see it.
Okay.
So I can't tell where he came up from, but you're gonna see the green shoes in a minute.
Okay.
Get your elbow over a little bit.
Right.
So look at right here. This is the car. The SUV behind it
Back.
is the SUV. And all those girls are talking in the SUV. And in 1 second, you're going to see the guy get they're in the back tussling or something. But you really can't know what's going on. But if you see inside of that car, you see all that tussling.
Right.
So this is the guy. That's the guy with the green shoes. He's trying to push the door and all that. So I don't know if he has a firearm too, but I know he falls a couple of times.
Okay, there he is.
That's him. That's him steady running.
He got hit.
He's steady running, and then you'll see him fall out in front of us.
2401.
That car was shooting in that one too.
Okay, and this one over here apparently is backing up.
Probably out of the mess.
Yeah. That's the car.
Cherokee there?
Yeah, so it's two Cherokees.
The one with the camouflage and everything.
Yeah, here, I'll take it back one time.
Okay.
I'll take it back again for you.
So that other SUV, that one backing up, might have been involved too, because I see a guy walking from that.
You can't see nothing in the
Like I
video,
said,
yo.
when you're sitting in there, you can see something's going on in the back seat of that car.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, sweet.
They got another angle.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting out. He was tussling in the back seat with somebody.
They're pulling him in kind of.
So he was in the car.
He was in the car tussling with them.
He got hit already. He's trying to pull his own gun. Yeah. I
See,
see.
that car is still shooting and pulls off.
That's.
And then that guy runs, pulling off. And then in a minute, they're going to run.
Oh, I see. Okay. Wow. That one is backing up over there.
So did that car come out and then swing back into the parking lot?
That's what I thought, but on my camera, I just can't tell if that's the same car or not.
Okay.
But it looks like
How long did you get for your video? How long can you hold it?
just a couple of days. So I can try to get tomorrow. I can try to get the copy to clip the event for you guys. Otherwise, the first incident I see of him is tussling with the door, and then you see the passenger
It
jump
is
out
cat.
shooting at him, and that's when he starts running.
Okay.
And then you see the other cars, they all go this way and jump on the highway.
But you never know.
Let's check it out. Yeah, let's check
But
it
you
out.
never noticed him returning fire or anything like that.
No, he was definitely running.
Okay.
He was
That's
running.
Okay.
So,
It's a tight space up there, fellas.
yeah, so not a lot of people. This is really tight.
This is small people. Small people like me.
There it is.
It's a very tight space.
I'm showing you how the case got dropped. The video was flawed, man. Look at it. This is how the case got.
Okay.
Let's go, sir.
What's going on, bro? Yes, sir.
So this is right before it starts.
My point is, the officer that got on the stand and said you see Lord Durk with his hand out the window shooting lied. The point is, Durk didn't have to tell on anybody to get out this case because the case wasn't strong. You got the victim who's arrested on armed robbery charges. The victim, the same one that was arrested on armed robbery charges, stopped cooperating with the investigation. Case dismissed. And you got a millionaire. I mean, you got to remember, Durk is a millionaire. It's not a case that I don't think you want to spend taxpayers' money on this case.
This is the car and this is the SUV. So
Okay.
you're gonna see it in just 1 second.
So the car with the lights on was also.
That's the car that the gentleman's in. Like I said, if you're looking at it, hey guys, so in a minute you're about to see it.
Okay.
So I can't tell where he came up from, but you're gonna see the green shoes in a minute.
Okay.
Can I get your elbow over a little bit?
So look at right here. This is the car. The SUV behind it is the SUV. And all those girls are talking in the SUV. And in 1 second, you're gonna see the guy get out tussling. It looks like they're in the back tussling or something, but you really can't tell what's going on. But if you see inside of that car, you see all that tussling.
Right.
So this is the guy.
No, and I think
That's the guy with the green shoes. He's trying to push the door.
I think they got here go another
All of our angles.
here go another angle.
But we've got pretty good coverage around the building. So like, in other words, this one coming and going probably is pretty good. But as far as in the front of the building, don't we have that camera that looks down on the parking lot from the deck facing towards the club? We do. That's this one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Look, he heard what he said. We got pretty good footage around the building, but we ain't got no footage in front of the building. The best footage they had in front of the building was the footage that we just watched.
But I don't know what car you're looking for.
It's going to be two Cherokees, two Jeep Grand Cherokees, the sporty looking ones. And
Yeah, I don't respect it, Justin. Like it's they was doing this when he was out, but the thing about it, yo, there's no proof. Like I was telling the content creator the other day. I'm gonna go to Byron Blake did a video. When a lawyer get to talking about, yo, your lawyer can say whatever. Your lawyer can say whatever, man. So is Queso a rat because his lawyer put the case on Chris Brown? Queso defense team whole strategy was putting the case on Chris Brown. Y'all watch that case? So can we call Queso a rat? Yo, your lawyer can do whatever the fuck your lawyer want to do. It ain't in paperwork. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't in paperwork. That's your lawyer trying to get their client off. That ain't me talking to the police. That ain't Queso talking to the police. That ain't Queso sitting down with the prosecutors. That is a rat. A rat sits down with the prosecutors. A rat sits down with the police. That's what a rat does. His lawyer going up there, pleading his case, penning it on somebody else for the betterment of his his client, that's not ratting, yo. It's not ratting. Hey, Jerome, you just want to believe. You just want to believe what you want to believe. I don't know why. I don't know what Durk did to people and why people feel this way about him, but that shit is crazy.
5:30.
This is 5:32. We're looking at right now.
Okay, so there's gonna be.
Exactly, John. That's what they do to get you off, man. It's not snitching. Like, yo, people just don't. It's too many people online speaking. Yo, if a person ain't never had no serious criminal cases and ain't no lawyer, you need to don't need. When it comes down to criminal cases, you shouldn't be watching them motherfuckers, man. Cause they don't know what they talk. All they doing is misleading. So all they doing is misleading.
So they park over here.
Yeah, I see. Now you said it's the best footage they got.
And I was kind of trying to watch it just to see if everybody scatters at some point.
You can't see nothing on this footage.
I'll have to look. Yep, that's fine.
5:35, right?
Yeah,
Right, Durk was snitching.
Okay.
They'd have gave our no bond.
Please wait. Stay until there.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that is another nonsense theory. That's another nonsense theory. Like, we'll get to all of that. We addressing all the fuck shit today when it come down to Durk and King Von and all that shit.
I looked at Monday or Sunday into Monday. The whole parking lot was full. At 5 in the morning. We've been begging the church. Get them off on property. Let them pay your parking back. You don't see this video. I'll show you this. This was 6:30. Well, not really. It's an old camera. I've got another system that's higher def, but I don't know that there's a good angle of that. Sunday night.
And this is this morning, right?
No, I ain't see it yet.
And this is twice the speed.
Okay, no, that's
this
fine.
Is 4 times speed. So this is on Spring Street.
I don't know if it's that, yo. I can't say that he was trying. Yo, Durk is traumatized, man. Durk done lost a lot out here in these streets. Yo, when you lose so many people, yo, it's hard to just separate. You know what I mean? You still gonna be damaged. You know, Durk done lost a lot, man. Family members, friends. You ain't really in to just keep losing people or not doing nothing. It get to a point. Yeah, you want to make people feel how you feel. I ain't saying that is right, but it is what it is.
Staying there.
What you mean? Look at the video. You can't see nothing. They all be up here. This is the closest video they got. Look, that shit going on right here.
If we know which way they go, we might have better angles on there.
Yeah, there's another. This is the car.
Look.
Pulls off.
They all be over there.
This is the guy that's getting shot. And he comes down this way, he ends up over here.
So this is the guy, you think?
No. The vehicle went up that way.
All right, well, let's do this. 5:43.
You want me to get him this case?
Yeah.
Tell him to go down to Central Records.
Yeah.
So, what else could we possibly
My radio
have?
ran out of battery.
You think he went down?
No, tell D. John. What's his radio number? That writing his report that the varsity also had surveillance video.
We think he went down north.
So what happened? They were both facing Spring Street, right? One vehicle was here, the other one was here. The vehicle here, which is another Jeep Grand Cherokee, the guy gets out and he's tussling with somebody inside the vehicle to push him in. They're trying to pull him back in the car, and they shoot him. And you see him moving from the vehicle around the light pole. He starts, well, there you can see the puddle, but he runs across Spring Street and ends up at the door of the Club 1. Okay. That's where he starts like really bleeding.
Right, okay.
The vehicles, they, one of them backed out. Not the one that we saw. The one that we saw was up and there were some people hanging out, and he backed out of the mess. But the two vehicles, there were two Jeep Grand Cherokees. They one of them takes off down to 3rd and up, or Ponce and up, and then the other one goes across the sidewalk, takes off.
Hey, James, Jerome, what can you do with this? This evidence that we are witnessing and viewing, what can you do with this?
In other words, this one coming and going probably is pretty good.
All right, let's check this one out.
But as far as in the front of the building, don't we have that camera that looks down on the parking lot from the deck facing towards the club? We do. That's this one.
So they park over here.
You can't see nothing, y'all. They zooming it in and everything. This is what you see. Look.
And I was kind of trying to watch it just to see if everybody scatters at some point. And
that's them up there.
I'll have to look.
It's the best footage they got. It's the best footage they got, y'all. It's them up there, them three little dots right there. Cause the dude was snitching, yo. See, that's what I'm saying. The dude was telling. Once he stopped cooperating, case dismissed. Case dismissed. Man, you can see past them words, man. Them words are see-through. We ain't gonna put it on the words. The words are see-through, man. And he stopped cooperating, case dismissed. And it's not a situation where the state will pick up the case. When you got an uncooperative witness that's been arrested for armed robbery, and you got an uncooperative witness, you got grainy video footage, and the witness is arrested for armed robbery. Case dismissed, man. Especially against somebody with status. Like, this ain't just the average Joe. You know what I mean? This is somebody with status. This is somebody that got money to fight. This was a losing case. That's why they never got indicted in 3 years. They never got indicted in 3 years, y'all. So y'all do know when you get arrested, first when you get arrested, you go to your preliminary, and then you get indicted. Typically, people get indictment at their arraignment. Arraignment is 60 days after your arrest. 60 to 90 days after your arrest. These guys went a whole 3 years without being indicted. Without being indicted. 3 years. Yo, the case is sealed. The case is dismissed. It's dismissed. So it's not, we see the evidence.
5:35, right?
Yeah, time's up there.
Okay.
Please wait. Stay until then.
Look.
Oh yeah.
Look.
I looked at Monday or Sunday into Monday. Everybody, the whole parking lot was full. At 5 in the morning. We've been begging the church. Get them off our property. Let them You don't see. If we know which way they go, we might have better angles on their egress.
So I think this is what's happening right now.
Yeah, they're all scattered.
Yeah, that's it. This is it. So slow it down right now.
Hold on, I can go back. There it is right there.
No, not this one. Right.
Hold on, let me see what the time
They
is.
were over here.
It's 44, so we want to go back to 43. That's it, like that. Oh, Randy Matthews. Okay, that's it. Get up! Where are you? Where are you? So it already happened at this point because everybody's scattering now, and this guy comes way back here.
Yeah, there's another. This is the car. Pulls off. This is the guy that's getting shot, and he comes down this way. He ends up over here.
So this is the guy, you think?
Yo, so this footage is further away than the last footage. This footage is further away than this footage right here. So the other footage is coming back from like a back lot, but it's angled straight toward the parking lot. But they don't have no footage from the parking lot.
Not this one. Right.
Hold on, let me see what the time is.
They were over here.
It's 44, so we want to go back to 43. That's it, like that. Randy Matthews. Okay, that's it. Get up! Where are you? Where are you? So it already happened at this point because everybody's scattering now, and this guy comes way back here.
Yo, it's really only a few people on this internet, yo, that's credible when it comes down to breaking down paperwork and just breaking down criminal cases. Yo, so where's the video of OTF Vonnie father? Is that on Trish's news page? Hey, Alvin. What's the video where he showed his face and was talking about the case? Was lying and shit. Who got that video, Alvin? Is this it? No, this ain't it. Who know where that video at? Hit that like button, y'all. Hit the Cash App, too. All these lying ass niggas. But these niggas is making up content. They ain't got nothing else better to do. Nothing else to talk about. So they making up storylines. It's disgusting for real. It was Alvin. Alvin must have left. He be back. I want to see the video. I want to see the video where he showed his face. Nigga look like a fucking fiend. Nigga thought this bitch listen to a dope fiend. Nigga probably smoke crack. That nigga need some crack money. That's what the fuck going. That's what the fuck really going on. That's what's really going on. That nigga need some crack money. Money running low. Gonna get on this bitch and slander his motherfucking son. And slander everybody. And then y'all gotta pay attention to the timing of it. The timing of it is everything. Time is everything, y'all. Right before a trial. Right before a trial. Trial starting 2 months. Then you got this fuckboy who ain't never been no father. Like I said, I don't even think it's okay to call him his father, for real. That man ain't no motherfucking father. He ain't raised that boy. He's a bitch. Niggas out here believing him. Look what I tell y'all. Remember I told y'all this shit was fake? Fake ass people do fake things, man. He's a fuck boy. Keep an eye on him. What? Yo, fuck no. Where the fuck this happened? January 2027? Yo, gee, Chris, yo, that is crazy. January 2027. Wow. That's fucked up, y'all. Yo, that is crazy what they doing to yo, man. That is fucking crazy. The fuck my chat stop? You said Trench's News got it? Trench's News be acting like a bitch. You better not try to strike my channel, Trench's News. I'm gonna get on your ass, nigga. Think I've been on your ass before. It's gonna get worse. Why the fuck do they? I swear that aggravates me, man. Why the fuck does it always do this? Shit fucking stupid. Which one is it, Al? I know, yo. Yeah, here, clown. All these motherfuckers pushing this false narrative. It's on clown time. Is it this one? What's up, Nay? Which one is it? Nigga making up storylines for views. They're making up storylines for views, man. Like, what if Vonnie get his ass chopped up because of ass nigga saying he his father? It's the second one. Is this one? Thanks.
This is a family bound by blood.
That nigga, all he wanted some crack money. Get that boy some crack money. He'll go away, y'all. If he'd have hit me like, yo, I got some information on Durk, I'd be like, oh, what, you just need some money to get a couple pills or something? Yeah, man, you could have just asked me that, bro. Let me know. I could have broke bread with you. But yeah, I ain't ready to put you on my platform to lie. But if you just need a couple hours, get yourself a couple pills. Everybody can make that happen for you. That's all this nigga want is crack money. Out here pushing all these motherfucking lies. It ain't this one. No, it ain't this one. It ain't the second one. Yeah, he gonna get Vonnie hurt. Playing stupid ass games. It was his last live, so it was this one. Fucking swipe joy. It's bluff. Oh, here you go. Yeah, it's this one. You swipe your bitch ass, better not swipe my page, bitch. You know I get on your ass.
Ron, he didn't want to.
His cash app is running across the screen.
No, I told you need a couple of hours. Look, he already got the cash app going. Hey, look at yo, man. Look at this nigga. Dude, this guy look believable. Check yo out. Let's zoom in on his ass. Is this a guy? Is this a man of honor? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. Is this guy right here a man of honor? He can't even keep his motherfucking bed shaved. Nigga, tighten that shit up, nigga. Out this bitch looking like Abraham Lincoln. Nigga, shape it up, bitch. Yeah, he just need a couple of hours. That's all. Could just give you a couple of hours and we could have avoided all of this. I mean, that's all he wanted. We ain't had to. Yeah, you could have saved just. You could have saved just a trip. Just, you know what I mean? Put the cash app up there. You know, Umar Johnson did it the best.
Hey, anyways, we want to start off in 2017 because a lot of people they hear your story, but then they mixing it up. Like for instance, with the lawyer, they think you talking about Drew Finland when they ain't had no Drew Finland money in 2017. I know this for a fact. You know, so explain the lawyer thing. What you was talking about when you said the 300,000 on Breakfast Club.
Okay, Durk gave a chance.
Hey, Alvin.
Brought him to.
But remember what I told you. Yo, niggas better start listening to their mothers. I'm sure Queso mother told him about the father. Like, man, I don't know why you fuck with that boy. You know he ain't right. Mom Duke's probably been told Ronnie to stop fucking with y'all. He ain't right. That's why she stopped fucking with him. I mean, that's probably why she stopped fucking with him. He probably a rat. I'm telling you, if you was looking to this nigga, I guarantee he told on somebody before. Telling ass nigga. Yeah, you know, it's just a dangerous narrative that people is pushing. But it seems like it's a whole bunch of fucked up narratives that they push on Durk specifically. I just want to know why. Like, yo, why? What did Durk do to people? Like, did he really have Chicago that scared the way so now? They trying to take him down? I don't know. I think it's disgusting. I think this guy is a bitch. The Pops. He don't need to take care of his kids. He admitted that he ain't been there for that boy. But you say academics, the mother wanted to get up there and clear her name. Tell her come and keep it G News, man. I'll talk to the mother. What's the mother name, y'all? Let's find her. Tell her come and keep it. She can come to keep it G News and clear his name. Get some truth out here. I guarantee he a fuck boy. That nigga probably ain't been around Vonnie since Vonnie was 3. Take one picture with him. That's why I said in the other video I did when we was talking about this clown. I said, yo, I need to. You can't just show me one picture with your kids. I need to see a baby picture with them. I need to see a picture when they about 7. I need to see another picture when they about 15. And I need a graduation picture too. You gotta be at the graduation or at least at graduation age. Don't show me no picture of you with a grown ass man about the same size as you talking about you his father. Bitch, no you ain't, nigga. That's your homeboy. What you talking about? You ain't no father. That's y'all friends. That nigga don't look at you for no guidance. Cloud ass nigga.
Breakfast Club. He
Hit
said
that like button,
he
y'all.
didn't expose him. The Angela Lee them said, whoa, that had to cost a lot of money to beat a case when, you know, and how you beat the case. Vaughn said lawyer. Durk said out his mouth, you think his brother is going to be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jury on and he not had no lawyer? He had a public defender. He had one public defender. Balo wouldn't change his public defender because that public defender was tweaking. Let me give you this, though.
Yeah, that nigga did not beat no murder case, no fucking public defender. That nigga did not beat no fucking murder case with a public defender, y'all. This nigga lying. Brand name, what it is.
Devon with the heart that he had.
Catch a body. Yo, catch a body. Catch a body and get a public defender, see what happens. See if they gonna fight the case for you. Catch shit. Catch a first degree assault. You know what I mean? Armed robbery. Reckless endangerment. Catch any case like that with a public defender and see what the fuck happens. See if you get a not guilty. You counted out to 75 years. Fuck you think this is? Yeah, they offering 75. Y'all see the public defender tell a dude, man, look, they offering 20. Dude, like, I just did 7. I forgot the exact number. He said, y'all, I can't take the 20. He like, well, that's all they got. You know, they offering 20. You take it or leave it. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. They ain't beat nobody, no motherfucking public defender. Yeah, yo, that's all he is. He needs some crack money. That's all. Man, hit the cash app, man. Send that man some money, man, so we get him off the internet. Yeah, man, shit drying up.
Once he got some money, he was going to look for his public defender so he can hit him. You know what I mean? Because he's solely thinking it's upon him. But once they seen he was doing numbers and he has natural raw talent, he had to come have that meeting. Once he come had that secret meeting,
AK, you already know, yo, the public defenders don't fight for you, man. All he is a mouthpiece for a deal. If a deal come into fruition, they'll make you cop out the life. Fuck you talking about? They're offering life. What the fuck? I mean, I ain't taking that. Fuck you talking about? We got to fight that shit.
No, we're
gotta remember they work for the state
for beating your case. That's why you seen D-Thang them at the courtroom in the court date, because they knew what was up. This is real. This is not no fake stuff. These people run the world. Why do you think the president gets into office? He has to go to Israel and bump his head against.
He's upset he wasn't a part of his son's life. He wanted to be a part of his life. That's all it was. Appreciate it, Brewski, for the $4 super sticker. He mad that he wasn't a part of his son's life. His son ain't fuck with him. He wanted to get into the money. Look at him. Check him out. He wanted to get into the money. His son wasn't fucking with him. So now he's upset. He tried to get his. And that's another thing. He tried to talk his son, if the text messages are real, which I think they fake, but he tried to talk his son into snitching. Now he don't snitch. So now he's snitching on his son. Like, do that make sense to anybody in the world? I don't think that makes sense to anybody. You know, logically. Man, suit to Phoenix, Arizona.
The Jewish wall. Why do you think DJ Khaled is not speaking out against Gaza right now?
Oh my God.
All the Jews' names are in the contracts. The Jews run the...
Oh my God, bitch. We ain't here to talk about them motherfucking Jews. Leave the Jews out of this. This ain't got shit to do with the Jews.
Imagine being able to build anything.
See, I don't know, John. You must be new here. Yo, but murder is not it happens, you know. It happens on multiple levels. You feel me? All murders ain't equal, man. All murders not created equal in America. That's why you got first degree murder, you got second degree murder, you got third degree murder, you got involuntary manslaughter, you got voluntary manslaughter, you got what else is it? I think that might be it.
Can you let us in on the case, because the records are sealed? I tried to get the records, they sealed, and everybody's saying that they beat it. Like,
it's nothing that I can let you in on the case.
So this bitch ass nigga said the records are sealed. Has anybody else outside of Trench's Newsline ass tried to get these records? Well, Durk said in one of his songs that he got it sealed. Something with the case I had to get it sealed. That was years before the case.
Because I have no knowledge of this is what I do know. We both co-defendants. You on house arrest, I'm on house arrest. How they take Durk off house arrest and leave him on? So he got freed up off house arrest and Vaughn didn't get freed up off.
What the fuck is he talking about? Cause Durk got money. What the fuck is you talking about? Durk had money, Vaughn didn't have money at that time. This is a money system, y'all. This is a money system. It's not a justice system. If you got money, things, you might get out of some situations more quicker than a person that don't got the money. That's how the system works. Is it right? Who knows? But as we see in the Diddy case and in the Durk case, you can get to a point where you got too much money. And they don't want to let you out either. So it's like a fine line with that shit. But you can't say he snitched because Durk got off the box and Vaughn didn't. Maybe they thought they had more evidence on Vaughn. Like, you never know the circumstances that led to that. Maybe Durk had a reason to get off the box. He had shows, he had other engagements, you understand what I'm saying? Man, hell no. No. We too broken. As people. Look at the shit that we doing with each other. Look at this nigga. Look at this fuck boy. Like, no, this is disgusting. To bring this, for him to be a federal informant on YouTube and have support is wild in itself. But we ain't even gonna talk about that. But to bring this guy up here to sit back and speak on things that he know nothing about. To speak on things he don't know nothing about is crazy.
House arrest. Okay, maybe because Vaughn caught the Uber driving case, we'll just leave fate for that and say that that's why he didn't get off house arrest as well. But that's what it was all about. He got off house arrest too. I mean, it's just what it is. Can't dig into that because I don't have any hardcore facts. But the song "Why He Told," that's evident right there. Why you put a gray Nike tech suit on him? Why you put an OTF on chain on him? Anybody that knows me know that Vaughn got the.
He wasn't talking about that. The fuck is that? Yo, he wasn't talking about Durk and that "Why He Told" case. Like, what that "Why He Told" song? It's exploitation. Man, ain't nothing wrong with that, John. Salute to you.
The word Mickey Mouse from me. That's my word. You know what I mean? It's simple. Vaughn, you out there?
Vaughn ain't fuck with this nigga, man. Where your pictures at with Vaughn? He say he was talking about, Alvin say he was talking about Trey 5, man. Yo, do he have any pictures with Vaughn for him to keep claiming that they was close? Like, this nigga is up here lying, and Trench's News knows he's lying because he the one introduced this clown, but he don't need to give a fuck because it's damaged in the dirt.
My house. Why are you lying? You had no bond money for yourself. So we can go on past that and go to something else. That's easy. We can't stay stuck on that because that's garbage. Anybody understand that that's what that is.
Show me a picture of him and Vaughn together. Is there any AJW? Where's a picture with Vaughn with this guy? What's up, Charles?
Alright, so we seen that the state's attorney said in the paperwork that if Davon Bennett was alive, that he would be.
That is not a real article, y'all. That's what I got into it with the other content creator about. There is no article that says that. Look it up. Look up. King Vaughn would have been charged in the Atlanta case. Fannie Willis never said that. Like, and that's what I'm saying. They're using this lie, this fabricated article that probably was found on Reddit somewhere to confirm Durk being a rat, but the article ain't real. He knows it's not real. Anybody that covered that case and was on YouTube at the time know that that article isn't real. Y'all, look it up on your Fannie Willis saying King Vaughn would have been charged with the murder. It don't exist.
Not Durk or Zoo. So
there you go, right there. She just clarified. What more do we got to elaborate on that for? She just said it. We can't stay stuck in one place. We understand that everybody ain't gonna get it and everybody ain't gonna see it. Everybody can't see things. You know, some gonna catch it and some ain't gonna catch it. Like I said, the song is enough. The song is enough. There's no cap in his rap. None. That's what it is. So let's go to something else. Yeah.
Alright, so we gonna get into it. We really gonna get into it. Hey, I need y'all to smash that like button and I need y'all to hit Brother Hassan Cash App, man. I need y'all to hit him because he going up against them some elites. And I need y'all to help him out, man. Whether it's gas money, travel, whatever he gotta use it for, bro. Like, we need to help him, bro, because he
DJ Academic said this bullshit too. Man.
You know, hey, we wanna get into what like outside looking in, we thinking like from watching the videos and shit, we thinking like with the money bond passing out, it's all good and everything, and then all of a sudden.
So look at this. This is not a real article, y'all. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This right here. Hold on. On Deep, they long live on at the same time. Y'all stop chasing off his name. He ain't even fuck with y'all when he was alive. Just because y'all say y'all fuck with bro ain't gonna make nobody fuck with you. Get your own motion. That's 600 trigger. I said that. But let me show y'all something. This is the article they referencing. This article is fake. This is not real, y'all. Find it. For all people that say Durk told him, I challenge you to find this. The office has declined to indict Durk Banks, aka Lord Durk, for the February 5th, 2019 incident because insufficient evidence exists to prove his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt at trial. If co-defendant Davon Bennett, aka King Von, had not died in 2020, he would have been indicted for this incident, as stated in the motion declining to indict Mr. Banks. The Atlanta Police Department hard evidence to establish probable cause to arrest him. Yo, how would this be true? This is years later. This is years later. If they was going to indict King Von for the death, for the shooting, it wouldn't have took 3 years to do it. Wouldn't have took 3 years to do it. The standard of proof, however, is considerably lower than the beyond a reasonable doubt standard of proof required at trial, which the evidence indicates does not meet. Jeff DeSantis, a spokesman for DA Fannie Willis. Find that statement. Find the statement of Jeff DeSantis talking about King Von. It's not real, y'all. Everybody's put this is a false narrative. It was false back when they in December 24, 2022. Everybody know it. But since it don't fit their narrative, they just run it with it anyway.
We hear stealing. And then you come out and confirm the stealing, more stealing. You hear me? Like we've already been hearing about the stealing. And then you said, yeah, what's going on?
Jeff DeSantis,
now we all know Von as a go-getter, a boxer, killer, whatever you want to call him. Whatever the world want to call him. Like, what was all that about? Like, what was that? Like, how did it start? Like, how did your son get on the account?
He put him on the accounts. He put him on the accounts due to me. You know what I mean? This is what he did. He put him on the accounts due to me, and that's just what it is. This is what it is. He put him on the accounts due to me. So therefore, he owned all the accounts, but he taking all the money out the account, putting the money in a safety deposit box.
This nigga, ain't nobody doing nothing for him. I can't believe people listen to this shit. Listen to this nigga, y'all. King Von put Vonnie on accounts because of him? Yo, this guy right here? Man, this guy he can't get nothing done outside in the free world. What is he talking about? Nigga probably look at you as a junk. Nigga might kick him in his ass walking up the street. Now he talking about King Von, who we know who King Von is. We know what King Von was about. I think so too, Lou J. I think so too. It's too close to trial. It's too close to trial, y'all, for this guy to just pop up out of nowhere. I guarantee if we dig into his history, he worked with the federal government. He was an agent at one point. He told on somebody. Guarantee you. The feds rolled you out. Because ain't no information coming out about Durk. Ain't no information coming out about the case, so they trying to make a storyline ahead of trial. Trying to tank the jury. Same shit they did to Diddy. This still the feds is playing a YouTube game, yo. And that's why I keep trying to get people to understand. They're playing this game with the black community where they put out misinformation. And they know that a lot of these blogs are thirsty. They don't give a fuck if it's true or not. They just try to make a couple dollars. So they put out misinformation. And they run it's a slander campaign. Hoping that if it get big enough, you know, a few jurors might see it. That way, you take the jury before the trial even starts. The jury comes in with a perception of guilt based off of the things that they're saying on social media and not based off the evidence. They did it in Diddy trial, it just ain't work. But the feds are playing the game. And the reason I know they playing the game is because, yo, we ain't never seen, like in Diddy trial, yo, how was them sex workers able to do interviews while the trial still was going on? Think about that, y'all. They did interviews while the trial still was going on. Yo, that's not normal. We ain't never seen that before. They was releasing paperwork while the trial still was going on. Like a person to testify, and the next day the paperwork is public. Yo, they have never done that before. That's all new. I've been covering cases on YouTube for 5 years, or 4 years. They ain't never done that before, man. Man, them boys wild, man. They dead wrong for that. That's what made me think he be working. Alvin. That's why I think he be working sometimes. Because some of that stuff don't make sense. Right, nothing to see here. Why they ain't put out Epstein paperwork in real time? They still ain't released that shit. They holding that motherfucker close.
But guess what? Vaughn don't know he finna get killed. And now you're gonna be able to go to the safety deposit box and clean all the money out without Vaughn. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. It's simple. We got to establish motive.
Yo, this nigga is a bitch. Yo, I can't believe this bitch ass nigga, yo. Yo, that's why you gotta watch people that don't take care of their kids, y'all. I'm telling you, it's bigger than what you think. You gotta watch some of these men that don't take care of their kids, yo. It's the reason why their character flaw. Everything about your screen's flaw. Everything about him. And it makes sense when you find out he didn't raise this boy. He ain't raise him. So now he don't feel no way about coming out doing this because he ain't got no relationship with the boy any motherfucking way.
Money is motive, toll is motive. You know what I mean? The world found out that this dude told on this dude before he died. Who doesn't want their best friend to tell on them after they die so that they don't have to go to jail? You'll be a fool. I'm not a friend. If you my co-defendant and I die and I don't want you to tell on me, what type of friend am I? So forget all them other people talking about he shouldn't have told because dude dead. Now what y'all don't know is he told before he died.
Damn. Shit.
Yo, these niggas is crazy, yo. I can't believe I'm ready to turn this shit off. I can't watch this clown. This nigga's a clown. And Tristan News a bitch. Like, yo, I don't understand these people, man. I don't understand these people. Yo, this is crazy, man. Yo, he really trying to sell a narrative that they got King Von killed. Quanda Ronda. Like, yo, we seen King Von's death. We seen it. Yo, so what about everybody else? So was that the plan? Was the plan to kill Louis, King Von? What's the other guy name that died? Louis just died recently because of the gunshot wound. What's the other guy name that died, y'all? It was King Von. Louis died eventually. What's the other dude name? Y'all remember your name? Yeah, what's the other dude name that got killed, man? Yeah, I'm ready to turn you off. I can't fuck with y'all. Nah, not Louis. It was another guy. He died on the scene. It was King Von, Louis, Track got hit. So all of that was part of the play. So he just tried to wipe out everybody. Slutty. Thank you, Slutty. So was Slutty part of the play too? Was the play to get King Von, Slutty, and Louis killed? Like was that like if that was designed, that shit went horribly wrong. Like for real, if the play was to get King Von killed, yo, that shit went horribly wrong, yo. I don't think Slutty was supposed to die too. What the fuck Slutty do? What was his role in why did they want Slutty dead? What did he do? What about Louis? Why they want him dead? Like, yo, none of that shit makes sense, y'all. Like, yo, people gotta use... Yo, that was a horrific incident. That was a horrific incident. Yo, gunshots was flying everywhere. Tim got... I mean, fucking, yeah, well, Tim got shot. Was that part of the play, too? So the play was to just get everybody shot that day. Fucking mass casualty. The play was to just everybody die. Cardo Rondo, Lord Tim, King Von, Slutty, Louis, Track. Everybody was supposed to die that day. That supposed to have been a mass murder. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, I can't believe niggas entertaining this fucking clown. Yo, people gotta use their own mind, man. So let me know, yo, because I'm confused. Was the play for everybody to die? Because that's what likely could have happened. Lord Tim got shot twice in the stomach. He had to wear a shit bag. So was Lord Tim aware that he was going to get shot in this incident too? Was Lord Tim aware that in this murder plot to kill King Von, that he was going to get shot too? Somebody need to let me know, man. Somebody that believes this story. Right. Yo, somebody who believes this story need to let me know in the comments. Was King Von aware? I mean, not King Von, Lord Tim. What if Lord Tim died? You know what I mean? Was that part of the play? He took a bag to get killed? Like, yo, come on, man. This guy's fucking clown. That's clown ass nigga. Probably get the fuck away from y'all. See my man Byron Blake talking about. I can't watch it. I can't watch that type of shit. Like, I can only watch stuff like that for like a couple minutes. I can't watch that shit, man. Nigga on this bitch blatantly lying. See my man, what's the com said, man. Suit the Byron Blake, yo. This is a real one. It's only so much real people on this internet, yo. If you want real information and real breakdown of cases, man, fuck with Byron Blake or keep it G News. I don't trust nobody else. I ain't gonna lie. This guy is the worst. Like, he don't know shit about law. Like, I don't even know how the fuck he's even still around. I call him CSI SETI.
Crip is back at it again, and this time it seems like he has a point to prove. SETI is trying to take over the internet. He wants to be the big dog on campus, the guy who shut down all of the rumors and claims. So he has gone and interviewed Durk's lawyer. Now, this is not Drew. This is not Durk's lawyer on his current case. This is the lawyer who handled the case with Durk and Vine down in Atlanta. Now, after watching this video, I'm assuming...
Yo, so everybody is doing this now. See that? So I guess this is the new thing. The new thing is the lie. The new thing is to put out lies and say, yo, if you steal my content, I'm hit you with copyright. Hey, yo, these guys, yo, this is diabolical work on YouTube, yo. So they want to lie, but they don't want their lies to be refuted. They just want to lie in peace. Yeah, that's all he do. He don't know shit about no criminal law. He ain't never had a case. Like, you can't listen to a person. This is a guy that became a Crip in his 30s. Like, any guy that joined a gang past 30 is discreditable. Like, fuck, you can't listen to nothing he say. You might do anything. You might join the circus at 50. You feel me? Fuck you joining the gang at motherfucking 30 plus years old. The fuck, that's the shit you do as a teenager. I mean, when you don't know no better. Join a motherfucking gang in your 30s, nigga.
That Seti's purpose was to clear Durk's name of any snitching allegations. I guess Vonnie's dad accused Durk of snitching on Vine or throwing Vine under the bus in the Atlanta case. So Seti is attempting to clear his name. I guess that's what this is all about. In any case, he got duped. He got this lawyer on here, and this lawyer actually exposed Seti and a lot of the wild practices that he's been doing over the past couple of years. So we gonna review this. Seti threatening to hit us with copyright strikes and all that, but this is fair use, man. This is YouTube. This is fair use. You making videos.
These guys is crazy. That's really what they doing now. They want to lie in peace. They want to push false narratives in peace. Like, yo, that is crazy to me. Yeah, Fred at 21, yo, you shouldn't be joining the motherfucking gang, man. I even go for, yeah, I say 21. That's just some shit you do when you young and impressionable. I mean, you just want to be a part of something. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Salute to you, man. Straight up. It's all about being misled. Yo, a lot of us was misled at a young age. But at 30, nigga, you just want to be down. If you join the gang at 30, you ain't being misled. You just want to be down, my guy.
Those about people dying, snitching, people's mamas being snitches, people's mamas having GoFundMe's. We ain't trying to hear that, man. It's fair use. We digging in, we diving in. That's what it is. Now, like 1090 Jake, Seti seems to have this complex where he always wants to, I'm the one that broke it to the internet. I'm the one that told everybody this. I'm the one that started this. So he starts this video off with presenting this lawyer with footage from this incident in Atlanta. And right off the top, he gets embarrassed. Let's take a look at this real quick.
This right here was essentially what.
How's it going, sir? Yes, sir.
So this is right before it starts. This is the car and this is the SUV. Okay. So you're gonna see it in just 1 second.
So the car with the lights on.
Yeah, for real.
That's the car that the gentleman's in.
It's like becoming a rapper, then want to be a gangster. Like, you want like Blueface. Yeah, I mean, you want a gangster your whole life. Now you a rapper. Now you want to be getting locked up. You ain't got. You should not be catching charges post rap career. Like, if you ain't had no charges coming up, you should not be catching charges once you become a rapper. Like, yo, that is the wildest thing to me. You started rapping. You got on that rapping at 25. From 18 to 25 or 16 or your whole life up until then, now you 25 and now you toting guns. You
If you're looking at it, hey guys. So in a minute you're about to see it. So I can't tell where he came up from, but you're gonna see the green shoots in a minute.
It's an elbow.
So look at right here. This is the car. SUV behind it.
Oh, we already watched that.
There's issues about who owed who money, and the victim started shooting. He had a pending robbery warrant out of Chicago for him.
What I said. Yo, do y'all notice when these lawyers speak, they often say a lot of the things that I be saying? Often, like very, very often. Yo, that robbery case matters, man. The fact that he was locked up on a robbery matters. Robbery is a dishonorable charge, for one. A lot of people that participate in robberies are also liars, known liars. So, being as though he had a robbery case, it shoots his credibility. What the fuck, Mr. Fox? The fuck wrong with you, nigga? He fuck lost your mind. I just spoke about that robbery case.
Started shooting. He had a pending robbery warrant out of Chicago for him. He did get arrested. So, I mean, it's been 6 years, but yeah, that's essentially there was an argument, and then they say some shooting happened, and then Durk apparently drove off in his sort of high engine Jeep Grand Cherokee, like a Nighthawk or Trailhawk or whatever.
Trackhawk, yeah.
Track.
I'll send it to you on your phone real quick. I think that's the, unless you're on your phone right now, using StreamYard.
No, I'm on the iPad, so I could use my phone.
Okay, so.
From the very beginning, he is making a fool of Seti Nash. Seti Nash is looking for a confirmation that the video that he put out was the footage, the correct footage. He then gets to take credit for being the person who released the footage that cleared Lil Durk and all this other crazy stuff. And the lawyer shuts him down. He asks, is this the footage you guys had? The lawyer doesn't even answer. He doesn't even say, yes, that's the footage, or no, that's the footage. He says, well, basically, the allegations were, you know what I mean? He says, I can't really see that right there. And basically, the allegations were, and skipped right over that. So this is embarrassing for Seti, because now you probably, I'm pretty sure you paid this guy to come up here. And he treating you like he in the interrogation room. He dancing around questions from the very beginning. But that's not all. Let's go, because Seti, y'all heard Seti say he gonna send it to his phone. He's desperate for that confirmation. So let's see how that part of the conversation played out. Let's get into this.
Okay, so that's the video that I have right there.
Who is that supposed to be talking exactly?
That is the lady who runs security at Varsity and the investigating officer.
Well, there shouldn't be a lady at the Varsity, because it's a APD officer that works security there off duty, and I'm the one that talked to him, and I saw all the different angles at the Varsity, and they were pretty blurry. That one looked a little bit more clear, and if we're looking out, that would be the wrong angle, because the Varsity, the cars were parked in the Varsity parking lot.
They didn't have, remember, they just said that in that footage. Yo, they didn't have an angle that showed the shooting clearly. All the angles, so that lie of Durk with his hand out there, it was a lie. That further explains or shows what I was saying was the truth. Didn't have no video of Durk with no hand out his window. You can't, even if they seen a video with somebody, they can't just say that was Durk, because they didn't have footage from the front of that establishment.
So if you're looking out from the Varsity parking lot, you'd be looking out into the street. In this case, we were looking towards the Varsity, is what it looked like from across the street. There's a nightclub, and there's a sort of a chicken wings place that used to be there at the time. And those folks said their video wasn't very useful. But from the Varsity side, you'd be looking, if the restaurant's behind you.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell people, Jason. Like, a lot of people just don't understand this system is dirty, yo. They will lie on the stand, yo. Especially in the bail. A bail here is not under oath. They get on that bitch and say anything to keep you detained.
Into the street, and then across the street. Right. So that seemed to be the opposite image as far as that goes.
See what I mean? This is pure comedy. Because now he's flat out telling Seti, no, that's not it. Who is that? And then Seti, oh, that's the lady that works security at the Varsity. No, it's not, Seti. And he just told you that it's not. And the reason why that is so funny is because if you go back to the time when this case was being prosecuted, Seti was covering it, and when the charges got dismissed, said he was covering it. And he's one of the guys who popped up on the internet starting this whole who snitching, who not snitching thing, and presenting the body cam for this footage. If you look back on Seti's channel, he actually did hundreds of thousands of views with this exact footage that he's using in this video, by saying that this is the footage from the incident. He had people thinking that this is the footage that the courthouse was using to prosecute Durk now. And now you hear his attorney saying that's not the Varsity. If it was cameras from the Varsity, then you would be looking past the cars into the street across to another parking lot. That seems to be facing towards the varsity, so that's somewhere else. So this right here is demonstrating that SETI has been giving us misinformation over the years. He has been putting out misinformation. This lawyer also makes sure that he clarifies, I'm the one who talked to the security at the varsity and the off-duty officers. There is no woman that works there. So he's not only telling SETI that he is wrong, but he's telling him that he knows for a fact he's wrong because he is the person who dealt with these people. Come on, man. Hey, man, the length that these guys go to get content and try to manipulate.
It's terrible, yo, because like, yo, these things, yo, like, these are people real lives, man. It's like, yo, these bloggers are running their videos or content. You know, I don't even like that content word. Content. Like, these people not ramifications. Like, there's not consequences. Like, yo, this to sit there and run a fake narrative on Durk without no paper and to keep it running. Like, we've been talking about this shit for 3 years now. All because people just don't understand the system. And the guys that got the platforms that most people watch, they don't know enough about the system, so they just be talking. But they present it like they know what they talking about. That's why I said, yo, if you ain't a lawyer or had no real criminal case, yo, you don't really know about this system, man. And that's just what it is. And he's one of them. He ain't never been in trouble. He ain't never faced life in prison. His back wasn't never against the wall. The ways or they had you in the interrogation room for hours trying to get you to cooperate to get a deal. He don't know shit about the system. He don't know how dirty these people is. He don't know they have falsified evidence and coerce witnesses and lie. He don't know none of that. What's up, sunshine, baby?
These audiences into thinking that they are somebody bigger than they really are is crazy. Like, he's trying to bolster his credibility through this content, and it's actually having a reverse effect. But let's keep going.
So what's alleged is that Von put the shooting. I mean, not Von. Durk put the shooting on Von. Is there anything logical that you can say for people who are, you know what, this right here will shut you the hell up?
He never cooperated or said anything like that with regards to Vaughn, period. Because if he would have said that guy did it, you still assisted by helping them drive away from the scene, and you'd be an accessory, and in our state it's called party to a crime, and you'd get charged just as if you were the shooter.
That's another one. He ain't never setting them wrong.
I mean, I was his lawyer from day one out there. We did the preliminary hearing, we did the bond hearing, we got him out, and then we just sort of fought the case administratively. And everything's as slow as molasses in the court system, so it took years, but it all worked out.
Once again, here we go with the dancing around and the questions and the answers. Now, SETI is basically trying to ask, did Durk snitch on Vine? He's saying, hey, there's conspiracies going on, and what would you have to say to anyone that was saying this? Just shut him up. Like, hey, here you go.
Yeah, he put that. Trenches News did the same thing. Like, they want to lie in peace. They don't want people to react to their lies. Yo, I guess it's a new thing that the YouTube blogger agents is doing. You know what I mean? They want to lie, but they don't want you to play their video and show them lies so you can refute it.
And this guy, you know, he couldn't even really give you a strong answer. His only answer, and what he feels is enough to shut people up, is Durk never said anything like that. I was the person who handled the case. He never made a statement, because if he would have said that Vaughn is the shooter, then he would have gotten charged with accessory. Listen, we all know how accessory to crimes work and accountability and all of that stuff. But we also know that you can give a statement saying that somebody was there with you in your car and they did a shooting and not be charged with the crime. That's usually what snitches snitch for. Like, come on, bro. Usually if a person is with somebody and they do a crime, The other person snitches to avoid being charged with the crime. So this theory that if Durk had made a statement, he would have automatically been charged, that's nonsense.
Yeah,
it
that's
don't
not
matter
true.
if you in Georgia, Texas, or whatever. That's completely up to the discretion of the officers and the prosecuting attorneys.
No, that's not true. That's not.
There
That's
is
not
no
necessarily
guarantee
true.
that he would have been charged had he made a statement. But another thing that I want to point out with this lawyer as far as playing on people's intelligence, Durk doesn't have to make a statement to blame this on Vine. Durk can go in and say, I don't want to talk without my attorney, and then let his lawyers go in there and argue that Durk was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. As a matter of fact, let me play this clip for y'all where Durk's lawyer is basically saying, you know, he's turning himself in because he didn't do anything, but they never deny that he was on the scene. So if you put him on the scene, but you emphasize that he didn't do it, then that means you're saying that somebody else did it, which means that you are making him a witness to the crime. And you know, it's the same thing, bro. You saying, oh, if he was actually a part of this and said that he did it, then he would be accountable. No, he could be a part of it and just be a witness. And that's what y'all did. Y'all made him that.
All right, Lori, of course, we will continue to watch what happens here. Durk Banks spoke exclusively to Channel 2's investigative reporter, Mark Winnie, just before he turned himself in last month.
You're about to surrender as we speak.
Yeah,
How come?
because I have nothing to add. Like, I have nothing to run from.
Did you do it? Did you shoot this man?
So by denying that he did it, he starts the process of elimination. Now, of course, everybody's going to deny that they did it. But again, this is where you allow your attorney to go in and present the evidence of your innocence. This is another reason why people always do your crimes alone. You always hear the guys who really do dirt, they always say, man, I don't do my dirt with nobody. I ain't never had a co-defendant. And that's because you put yourself in a tricky situation. Now, both of y'all are proclaiming your innocence, but somebody has to be
Yes,
guilty.
that's true. I am.
And that's
definitely true. I don't know where Byron Blake going with this. Yo, but his lawyer saying that he was dead or whatever. Yo, that's not Durk snitching. That's not Durk writing a statement. That's not anything. That's just what lawyers do. You know what I mean? Like you said, you could have been there and not witnessed anything. You feel me? Shit, I've been witnesses to a lot of things I ain't seen. Fuck you think this is? You feel me?
where these lawyers make their money, because they go in and they play the blame game using language that these guys really don't understand, so they don't even understand that they are being blamed. Watch here as Durk's lawyer basically confirms that Durk does claim to be a gang member.
After a February incident on North Avenue in which a man was wounded by gunfire, including criminal attempt to commit murder.
We'll fight our case in court.
And a gang charge.
Lil Durk validated himself as having a gang affiliation, right?
Allegedly, right.
Among others.
Being from South Southern Chicago. Essentially, you have to choose a gang for your safety. You don't choose a gang, you can be killed just for not being in a gang.
Is he currently in a gang?
Absolutely not. He moved to Atlanta to get away from the gang life, to get away from the streets.
What they just did was, like I said, strategically turn Durk into a witness. They acknowledged that he's on the scene. They never denied that he's on the scene, but they denied that he was involved in the shooting. They then confirmed that he is associated with gangs and has identified himself as a member, but the purpose of moving to Atlanta was to get away from the gangs, meaning that he is trying to remove himself from around these people in this type of activity. They have completely detached him from this situation. Now, that leaves Durk in a position where the state wants to ask him, okay, if you didn't do it, who did it?
I don't know.
In any case, if this would have gone to trial, then Durk's attorney would have had to incriminate or implicate somebody else in this shooting. If the witnesses are saying that...
Yo, but that's what trial lawyers do. Like, that's not snitching. That's what, yo, because, see, this is how this works, y'all. There may be more evidence. If me and you commit a crime, right? And we're on trial. We both got two separate lawyers. We ain't got the same attorney. It's conflict of interest. Your lawyer defense might try to blame me. My lawyer defense is try to blame you. But that's not me telling on you. You understand what I'm saying? That's not you telling on me. That's my lawyer trying to get me off and your lawyer trying to get you off. That's just how the game works. That's why some people want separate trials. That's why sometimes you want a severance, motion for severance. You know, because the evidence that they got against you might be stronger than the evidence that they got against me. You know what I mean? That's not snitching. There's nothing snitching about that.
Durk was the shooter. The only way to get out of that is to highlight that Durk wasn't the shooter, point out the evidence that shows that Durk wasn't the shooter, which is what he was doing when he was discussing the details of the evidence. I'm going to play another video for y'all, but first let's watch this clip from Seti Nash, because this is important.
So let me ask you this question. If there's an e-file on 13th, 2022.
So Durk did get a severance.
And it essentially says, state of Georgia, and I'm going to just blindly do this for you because that way they understand, like, this makes the most sense. And it says, come now, Fonnie T. Willis, District Attorney of Atlanta Judicial Circuit, State of Georgia, and shows this honorable court the following. The facts of this case have been reviewed. Although it appears that probable cause existed for the defendant's arrest, the decision of the district attorney at this time is not to prosecute the above named defendant for charges arising from this case number. The reasons for the decisions are as follows.
Yo, probable cause is different than reasonable doubt. You might have probable cause to make an arrest, but you need reasonable doubt to secure a conviction. So, based off the allegations with the guy snitching, it was probable cause to make an arrest. But cases get dismissed when they can't prosecute beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are two different standards. It's similar to the standard in civil court versus criminal court. The standard in civil court is not beyond a reasonable doubt. It's what the fuck you call that shit? Hold on. What is the standard to convict in civil? What is the standard to convict in civil court? Ponderance of the evidence. So, in criminal court, it's reasonable doubt. In civil court, it's ponderance of the evidence. It's two different standards. Like, probable cause is different than reasonable doubt. So, they might have had probable cause based off the allegations to make an arrest, but based off the evidence, they don't think they could convict beyond a reasonable doubt.
Prosecutorial discretion. That's what happened on 10/13/22. We get another one that says it verbatim, and that one is at 10/17. What could have happened there for the 10/13 one?
What that just basically means is when you say there's probable cause to arrest, that means you got to say that, otherwise we could sue them for a wrongful arrest and do a civil 1983 action against the government to say that they were, creating misconduct or intentionally arresting somebody without evidence. So they always say that in every case that we get that ends up being disputed. But clearly there's not enough evidence. That's why they did it, because prosecutorial discretion in our state is to prosecute. It's never to let it go unless you don't have much of a case. So they do it that way. And the fact
I don't know why y'all don't make sense.
It's just each defendant gets their own. You can't just do a big block and say we decline. So you'll do an order for each defendant. So on the 13th or whatever day it was, you'll get multiple orders with the different defendants that were remaining.
Yeah, that's how that works.
And yeah, it took a little over 2 years to get that, but we got it. So that's all that mattered in the end.
So if the person on the 13th got off first and then the person on the 17th got off first, wouldn't that mean the first person, they basically cleared him, and then the second person, they cleared him?
No. They could have did it all on the same day.
They took it to the clerk's
What
office.
the fuck is he talking about? That's why he's a dumbass. Yo, these niggas, yo, I thought you knew about criminal cases, Nick. Like, why you asking dumbass questions? Yo, that was the dumbass question, yo. See, that's why I hear what people what you call that shit? Hear what people to look at his videos and make content about his videos. Because that was a stupid ass question, my nigga. I mean, you can't be the motherfucking hood lawyer asking nonsense questions.
I don't know which day they did it. The one that mattered to me is our guy, and we pushed to get it done. I'm not sure who Mr. Bennett's attorney was.
He had he had Drew Finley. So basically,
Drew could have been busy or whatever, but they got it done. But if they're not both dated or stamped the same day, that's just an oversight, because they're not going to dump one and charge somebody else, because the risk there is the government is the guy that got dismissed.
It's just when the clerk got to it. You know what I mean? They might got to that case on the 13th. It might took them 4 days to get to the other case. But more than likely, they was all filed at the same time.
Can help his friend. So they always overcharge instead of undercharge. So the dates don't matter if one's on the 13th, one's on the 17th, they're both the same day, but everybody got dismissed.
The reason I had to play that clip,
yeah, but he ain't even asked that.
I don't know if y'all peeped it or not.
He had to ask that. He could have said that. He could have said what I just said, and the lawyer could have confirmed it. It was still a dumb.
I'm gonna point it out here. Is because what Seti was attempting to do was flip the narrative and say that Vine must have snitched on Durk because Vine's dismissal came first. That's why he said, I'm going to do this in the blind. And then he brought up one coming on the 13th and the other one coming on the 17th. And he's basically trying to say, if Durk snitched, why wasn't Durk's case dismissed before Vine's? And the lawyer made him look like an idiot again, because he told him it doesn't matter what date they were filed. If they made the decision to drop Vine's case on the 13th.
In my case, right? In my case with my co-defendants, the first time we got booked in 2005, right? My case got dropped at my preliminary. My other cousin case got dropped at his preliminary. They held my other cousin for 6 months and dropped his case. Yo, me and my cousin who case got dropped at our preliminary, we ain't tell. We ain't do no talking. We ain't write no statements. We ain't do none of that. But our case got dropped first. That narrative that he trying to spin is just a dangerous narrative. It just was a pointless narrative. It didn't make sense. And if he knew anything about criminal cases, he'd have known better. He'd have known that that's not how that shit works. Right. Yeah, that's when they got to it. You know what I mean?
And they were going to drop all of those cases on the 13th. It's just a matter of getting the paperwork in front of the clerk on time and at a specific time. They don't do bulk dismissals where they're going to drop everything against everybody all in one big file. So he was trying in a narrative that Vine was a snitch, and it backfired on him. Dude actually told him, no, that's not how it works. So you attempting to clear Durk of being a snitch by throwing Vine under the bus, that was a I don't know why they want everybody to be a rat.
That shit's crazy.
And if you have any doubt about whether or not that was his purpose for doing that, just watch this clip right here.
The 13th one.
Yeah, I covered it a while ago.
Vaughn, and then they
still
had months afterwards. They still had
that's how I covered
the rapper named Azu. And then finally he got his charges dropped. If there were any form of anything of cooperation, would it show up in his paperwork?
No, cooperation would never show up, but nobody cooperated. Because if you're cooperating, then you're not dismissing the co-defendant's charges. It makes no sense. That would be idiotic to say that if that's the rumor going around. Because if you cooperate, you make a case because you're snitching.
Exactly.
Right? That didn't happen. This is getting all flared up now. I mean, this was all handled 3+ years ago from a case from 6 years ago. I mean, it was unfortunate, but here we are.
Y'all just heard that man say cooperation would never show up. Think about this. This is Durk's attorney telling you that if he cooperated, it would never show up. Said he tried to pull a fast.
That's not really what he was saying, though, Byron. He was saying that basically if he cooperated, it wouldn't show up, but the cases wouldn't have got dropped either. I mean, if Durk cooperated, Bezu would be in prison. If Durk cooperated.
Figure out where the information might be. Talking about, well, would it be in Zoo's paperwork? He telling you, bro, it's never going to show up. They got the case sealed. But, okay, let's keep going. Another thing that I want to point out that goes to my point of the fact that these attorneys...
But Seti Nash is one of the ones pushing that Durk snitch, too. He was pushing the narrative, too. He was pushing the narrative as well, man. Like, that's what they do. They want to flip-flop. No, nigga, stand on it. You said, oh, don't say he rat and then try to flip it back. Oh, no, he didn't rat. You already put the bad information out there. Who ain't gonna get arrested? Man, nobody. Vonnie don't even know that nigga, man. Vonnie don't even know his dad, man. That man ain't no father, man. That was his homeboy. I mean, he met him on the fly. They don't know that boy, man. Man, I would expect nothing from him. I think he agent. I think Seti Nash needs to do a video. I think Seti Nash needs to do a video talking about how he became a crisis actor. I'm interested in that. It might go viral. AK-40, because, yo, I don't know, y'all. I question these guys. I question these. Dude, when you construct and push false narratives, yo, I have to question you. I have to question you. Where the multiple pictures at? I seen one picture. Where you see multiple at?
We're working to take Durk from criminal position. He says we wasn't worried about Vine. I don't even know who Vine's lawyer was. We was in there worried about our guy. That was our focus, to get Durk off, and that's what we did. At the same time, this lawyer is downplaying this dismissal, and he's dancing around giving a direct answer for why this case was dismissed. The letter says that the case was dismissed because of prosecutorial discretion. Basically, the prosecutor saying,
how did he tell about what? Yo, they didn't have a case for them to tell. Yo, the case was garbage, man. Like, they didn't have a case. There's nothing to tell about. Like, they didn't have a case. They decided they declined to prosecute because they didn't have the evidence. Yo, the biggest part about this Atlanta case is the guy that got shot, who was cooperating, stopped cooperating, and he was arrested for robbery. That is a dishonorable charge, man. It's a dishonorable charge. You can't believe a robber. You know what I mean? A lot of robbers steal, they lie, they cheat. Their characters in question off the rip just based off having a robbery charge. You can't go up there with an armed robbery victim that's in prison for armed robbery and make them the star witness. It's like that for robbery. Like, we ain't talking about no assaults. We ain't talking about something. We talking about robbery. Yo, that is a dishonorable charge. That's why a lot of niggas don't even like robbers. Robbers, scammers, they all in the same boat. They're not trustworthy people. You don't trust them, man.
And we don't see a need to pursue this case any longer.
Bluffing ass, nigga.
He's trying to say, well, the case was dismissed because of a lack of evidence. They said prosecutorial discretion, but he is describing prosecutorial discretion as prosecute. He's saying that basically the state of Georgia doesn't even...
Prosecution discretion is lack of evidence. That man, after we reviewed the case, we decided that this case isn't strong enough to win. That's what prosecution discretion. Now, case got dropped in the interest of justice, then I'd be like, yo, yeah, that boy right. That nigga Durk a rat. Wet 100 case in Texas of justice. That ain't prosecution. That ain't prosecution.
Exercise prosecutorial discretion. If they get a little bit of evidence, they charging you and they prosecuting the case to the fullest, and you're gonna have to prove that you are innocent. The problem that I have with this, and in my opinion, the reason why he is doing this is because he does not want to acknowledge that there was evidence against these guys and that this case was dismissed because Vaughn was killed. No. He doesn't want to acknowledge that, because to acknowledge that...
That's not what happened, though, Byron. Byron wrong on this video, y'all. And, you know, Byron normally be spot on, but he did wrong. That's not what happened. Didn't have a case. Byron must think that Byron Blake must think that article, because he wasn't covering this shit at this time. He must think this article is real. Byron Blake must think this real. This is not real. It's not real. Find it. Somebody find this and send it to me. Find this guy making this statement, and it being covered by one of them Atlanta news sources. I might have to hit Byron Blake and let him know. In fact, let me send it to him. How the fuck you share this shit? How the fuck you share this shit on your phone? I mean on your computer. Yeah, he must have thought that was a real article.
Would be to acknowledge that Vaughn was the focal point of this case, and that would raise more questions about Durk and the possibility of a statement or maybe a motion that was filed by his attorneys that would have implicated Vaughn in this situation. If you listen closely to this interview, this guy is dancing around everything, but he's basically saying that Durk was just charged because he's famous, and there's no evidence that any crime was committed, and that's why these charges were dismissed. Listen to him. Said he's gonna flat out ask him, and listen to his response.
So there's a whole rumor of, and we said it, but I just want to say it one more time to clear this up for people. Is there the allegation of two individuals shooting at this one person, the video evidence that they claim to have, does that exist, yay or nay?
No, because otherwise we'd have a case. Because if Lil Durk was driving and people in his car were shooting out there, he would be an accessory, and they would have indicted everybody. But nobody got indicted in this case. Unfortunately, King Von died maybe a year or two after this happened.
That's another thing I said. Nobody got indicted. Yo, it don't take 3 years to get an indictment, y'all. If a case goes unindicted for 3 years, more than likely that case gonna get dropped. He was the lawyer in the first in that case. If a person go unindicted for 3 years, more than likely, what's up, Charlene? That case is going to get dismissed. Indictments normally happen within 60 to 90 days. Sometimes indictments that happens. I do know that, Paul. I done been around, bro. I done been indicted before, bro. That's what you mean. I done been indicted before. Normally, indictments happen before you get arrested, depending on the type of investigation. They can indict you first, and you go straight from your preliminary straight to trial. No, you say he raised some good questions. The police didn't shoot at Lord Tim, and he's on the ground pointing a gun at people, but yet the police killed Slutty. Yeah, but Lord Tim got shot twice too, though. That's what I'm saying, though. For that narrative, for the narrative of Durk setting this up, yo, that would have went horribly wrong. I don't think everybody was supposed to get shot that day, then, man. Yo, you gotta remember, Slutty got killed. Old Black Louie got shot in the head. 100K Track got shot. Lord Tim got shot twice. He could have died. And King Von gets murdered. Like, I don't think nobody would sign up for that. You understand what I'm saying? Who would sign up for that? The police was there on present. As soon as shots got fired, police was on it. Who would make that deal? If we're gonna kill King Von in front of the police. We're gonna pay you a bag to kill King Von in front of the police. Yo, that story makes absolutely no sense. King Von came there to fight. Wasn't nobody supposed to die. That supposed to been a fight, and that's it. Lord Tim got out, shot, and all hell broke loose. You can't. That's not how. Nah, man. That's not orchestrated. It's not orchestrated. The bag gone. That's not what happened when the bag gone.
Numerous other people, but we always arrest first and figure things out later. Here in Georgia, it's just the South. That's how it goes. But assume if there would have been something or anybody. I mean, there's dozens and dozens of people out there, right?
Man, hit the cash app.
Could actually testify.
Fuck everything I just said, y'all. Hit the cash app, man. Everything I just said ain't matter. All we about donations over here, man. Hit the cash app. Yeah, man. Umar Johnson told us that.
Any of that stuff, and the cops talk to everybody.
Now, I want to play this clip for you all from another interview that Manny did. And I want y'all to pay attention to how the dynamics change.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck he been at, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I've been wondering that too. Where the fuck has 100K Track been at? I don't know. It's been real fucking quiet lately. So I think he was a police too, like they said in that damn video.
And it is part of the criminal process. It's going to be hard to say what is accurate and what's not, because I've got multiple versions of what might have happened out there. Right now, there's two supposed victims that say the guy in the white shirt shot. That would be the victim. There's another lady that was with Durk that night that says she saw him holding a gun but never saw him shoot. And then there's a statement from the police that says they can see an arm sticking out of a Jeep Trailhawk with a blue jacket on shooting, but you can't see who's inside, which we presume is because he was supposedly wearing a blue jacket that night.
Yeah, now, y'all just heard this man say that the police talked to everybody out there and nobody confirmed any of this information that the police were putting out about this shooting. Now he's saying that a female who was actually there with Durk said that she saw Durk with a gun, but she didn't see him shoot. The police are saying we have somebody with a blue coat on sticking their arm out of the window with a gun, and then the lawyer confirms that Durk had on a blue jacket. So this evidence that he's saying doesn't exist to SETI, he actually went on another interview and pointed out that all of this information was there. Probable cause is a very low standard, but if you have a witness on the scene saying that they saw you,
but once that witness stopped corroborating, then what? Once the witness stopped cooperating, then what? Yo, people make statements and retract them all the motherfucking time, man. Yeah, he did say allegedly. You're right. Let me go back to that, YM, because I think he's speaking sarcastically, to be honest. It sounded like he was speaking sarcastically. Where the fuck that shit go?
What is accurate and what's not, because I've got multiple versions of what might have happened.
Look, you don't know what's accurate or what's not, because there's multiple versions of what happened.
There. Right now, there's two supposed victims that say the guy in the white shirt shot. That would be the victim. There's another lady that was with Durk that night that says she saw him holding a gun but never saw him shoot.
So basically what he's showing is there's conflicting reports. Basically what he's showing is there's conflicting statements. There's another ground for the case to be tossed out. Conflicting testimony.
Dude. And then there's a statement from the police that says they can see an arm sticking out of a Jeep Trailhawk with a blue jacket on shooting, but you can't see who's inside, which we presume is Durk because he was supposedly wearing a blue jacket that night.
Now, y'all just heard this man say that the police talked to everybody out there and nobody confirmed any of this information that the police were putting out about this shooting. Now he's saying this is in my
brand new, super efficient.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell people too. The lawyers trying to win. I know the rules, yo. No nation without donations. So share the live. Before you do that, hit the cash app first. Yeah, man. We still trying to we still trying to help Umar Johnson build this. Umar Johnson is in trouble, y'all. He needs the community help. He needs us again. You know, I know he's been needing us for the last 15 years, but he needs us again. They ready to take FDMG and cash, brothers and sisters. So hit the cash app. The cash app. Try to help Umar get the school back up and running. Yeah, man. Yeah. I just be bumping Baltimore rappers, man. NASG Chaz, YG Tech. I still listen to Durk. I don't listen to music like that for real. I think I'm more like listening to podcasts and shit than anything. I might be watching Byron Blake or something. Yeah, man. Yeah, straight up. Hey, I ain't say you snitched. Nah, Byron, I ain't say you snitched. But the way you constructed the video was kind of like you was kind of trying to. I see what you was doing. You was trying to play both sides, or explain this, then explain that. It was just kind of confusing. I know you ain't say he snitched, but I think that's why I sent you what I sent you about that paperwork. Like that paperwork not real. Like that narrative of King Von was gonna get charged. That wasn't a real narrative. Like no, it was never confirmed. That was a lie. And that's why I said I don't know if you knew that or not. Going there. Oh, all right, but see what I thought you said that because let me go to the part. Let me see if I can find it. I'm ready to tell you why. There's a part that you were speaking.
Why wasn't Durk's case dismissed before Vine's? And the lawyer made him
charge somebody else because the risk there is the government is the guy that got dismissed will come back and help his
friend.
I know.
So
they always
that
overcharge instead of undercharge. So the dates don't matter if one's on the 13th, one's on the 17th, or if they're both the same day, but everybody got dismissed.
The reason I had to play that clip for y'all, I don't know if y'all peeped it or not, but I'm going to point it out here, is because
essentially says state of Georgia, and I'm going to just blindly do this for you because that way they understand like this makes the most sense. And it says, come now, Fonnie T. Willis, District Attorney of Atlanta Judicial Circuit, State of Georgia, and shows this honorable court the following. The facts of this case have been reviewed, although it...
Man, my bad. Goddamn, I told you my phone was down. Byron, you still in here? Now, what I was saying with Byron Blake, and the reason why I texted him that article is because if he's still in here, you were saying that it was evidence to charge King Von. And there wasn't evidence to charge King Von. And based off of that article, that's where everybody's getting it from. Everybody is saying King Von should have been charged or could have been charged based off an article that was fabricated. So when Byron Blake said that, it led me to believe that, yo, you must thought that article was real. You know what I mean? You might have thought the article was real, but the article was fake. So we discussed that while on live. He wasn't on the live, I guess, when we talked about it. But that's why I sent you that article, because that article was fabricated. It wasn't no evidence to charge, to convict. It might have been evidence to charge. There was no evidence to convict anybody, especially after the witness got locked up for armed robbery. Y'all, I've been saying cases, yo. It's cases like that. You can shoot somebody, right? You can shoot somebody, get arrested for it, right? And that person gets locked up for murder. That helps your case. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you committed the shooting, but the same person that you shot is now arrested for murder. Now, his credibility is shot based off his recent arrest. You don't want to bring a victim that's also a suspect in another case and put them on the stand, like currently a suspect in another case, like a case totally separate from yours. It lessens their credibility. So with King Von, with that article saying that King Von, that ain't cap, that's real. With that article saying that King Von would have been arrested, it wasn't true. So it wasn't no evidence on none of them boys, man. So a man had attempted murder case. Like that nigga got locked up for murder. So yeah, that's how that shit go, man. Like, that's how it go. That's what it is. Once yo got locked up for the attempt murder, yo, they killed the case. I mean, for the robbery, it killed the case. Killed the case. The video evidence didn't support what was testified to or what was spoken of at the bail hearing. Case dismissed. Nobody had to write a statement. Nobody had to cooperate. Nobody had to do any of that. Now, I know Byron Blake ain't saying Durk told, but the way that video was constructed, it was like he was trying to give both-sided arguments, and you know, people can be misled that way. Like in certain stories, you just gotta say, well, how I do it. I ain't giving you no motherfucking both sides. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You feel me? Like, cause I ain't trying to confuse nobody. That's how people get confused. You know, it's good to cover both avenues sometimes, but when you got a situation like this, where they is obviously slandering this man's name, putting a rat tag on him, you just stick to the facts. We ain't giving both sides. Cause that's how this shit got conflicted to begin with. People was giving both sides of the story, and one side is all fabricated, don't even exist. Yeah, I don't know, shit. I don't put snitching past nobody. Shit. I know motherfuckers telling. But in this case, that boy it wasn't nothing to tell about. All you had to do was sit it out. Like I said, they didn't indict him. Them not being indicted alone tells you about the case. It don't take 3 years to indict. After an arrest, after an arrest, what is the normal time frame for indictment to happen? Look, in federal cases, they got 30 days. Like I said, 30 to 60 days, you normally get indicted. 30 to 60 days. It don't take 3 years to get an indictment, y'all. It don't take 3 years. If a case go 3 years without a person being indicted, yo, case more than likely is gonna get dismissed. That's just what it is. Motherfucker could have just that simple fact alone disproves all that other shit. That's a fact. It ain't speculation. This happens every day in courts, state and federal. Indictments don't take 3 years. Don't take 3 years. But the problem is, and I ain't talking about Byron Blake, because Byron Blake know his shit. But the problem is, guys like Seti Nash and Mickey Truths and all the rest of them that speak on these cases, they never had a case. They never had a real case. They never been indicted before. They never done none of this. They just be on this bitch talking, man. What's up, Lloyd? They just be over here talking. And I ain't talking about Byron Blake, 'cause like I said, Byron Blake know his shit. I just disagree with some of the points that he made in that video. It was kind of confusing. It was kind of confusing because it was like he was bouncing from, you know, Durk ratted, then Durk didn't rat. And he ain't never say Durk ratted, but that's just how it was being perceived. It was being displayed. And I don't think that was his intent, but people can get confused. You gotta realize when you doing these videos, you talking to a lot of people that don't know shit about law. They ain't never had no cases. So they can take one part of the video and make that the concept of the video. You understand what I'm saying? Even though that ain't your angle, that ain't the angle you was going, but it can be misconstrued if you don't just refute it. You feel me? Like, we just refuting it. It ain't no both angles. Like, it don't make sense. It wasn't the evidence didn't line up. Evidence didn't line up. Don't make sense for Durk to have told in that case. The case was weak. Took 3 years to get an indictment. They never was going to indict. I just said you said. I just said I ain't say you. I just said that. No, what you said. What the fuck? What you said was that it was evidence on King Von. That's what you said. You said it was evidence on King Von. I'm saying there was no evidence on nobody. Once the witness got locked up for armed robbery and stopped cooperating, case is dismissed. There ain't no evidence. He not a credible source. He not a credible witness. And then when the lawyer was speaking, he was speaking in alleged terms. He was saying that I was just watching the video. When the lawyer was speaking in front of whoever he was speaking to, he was speaking in alleged terms. He was saying that it was multiple different statements being made. Let me go at this part right here. So when you got conflicting reports of one situation, that makes it less credible. Right here.
Change. Listen to what he's saying and listen to how the dynamics change.
Nobody's released the actual footage because it's all been seized by the police as it should be. And until we get it as part of the criminal process, it's going to be hard to say what is accurate and what's not, because I've got multiple versions of what might have happened out there. Right now, there's two supposed victims that say the guy in the white shirt shot. That would be the victim. There's another lady that was with Durk that night that says she saw him holding a gun but never saw him shoot. And then there's a statement from the police that says they can see an arm sticking out of a Jeep Trailhawk with a blue jacket on shooting, but you can't see who's inside, which we presume is Durk because he was supposedly wearing a blue jacket that night.
Now,
that's conflicting reports. That's what he's showing. He's showing we don't know. He's showing we don't know what the truth is because everybody got different statements. We're not gonna know exactly what happened until we get the footage.
Now, y'all just heard this man say that the police talked to everybody out there and nobody confirmed any of this information that the police were putting out about this shooting. Now
how I'm on goofy shit 'cause I disagree with some of the points. Come on, Byron, don't do that, yo. Don't do me like that. We've been rocking too long for that. Can I disagree with some of the points? I'm on goofy shit, bro. Like yo, that's crazy, bro.
Saying
listen what you said, bro.
A female who was actually there with Durk said that she saw Durk with a gun, but she didn't see him shoot. The police are saying we have somebody with a blue coat on sticking their arm out of the window with a gun, and then the lawyer confirms that Durk had on a blue jacket. He's saying doesn't exist to Seti. He actually went on the interview and pointed out that all of this information was there.
Yo, how I misconstrue your words, bro? Hey. What did I just misconstrue? What did I just misconstrue, bro? No, yo, it's not about the article. What I'm saying is, I'm not talking about the article, bro. What I'm saying is, I'm thinking that you may have believed that article. I didn't say you mentioned the article. I'm thinking the way from you saying that it was evidence against King Von, because that's what you said. You said that, right? That it was evidence against King Von. I'm saying the only way you can come to that conclusion, this is just me insinuating, is that you believe that article was real, that King Von would have been charged, bro. It wasn't, though. What was the evidence against King Von? What was the evidence, though, bro? What was the evidence? The witness stopped cooperating. The witness stopped cooperating. The witness was locked up for armed robbery, bro. You know how that shit go. Credibility shot. Credibility shot. The video footage was grainy. We talking about strong evidence, bro. Like, yo, we talking about, you gotta realize, we talking about a millionaire going against the state. We talking about a millionaire going against the state. We talking about strong, inconclusive. Strong evidence. Not inconclusive. We talking about strong, substantial, concrete evidence. There was no concrete evidence in this case. Once the witness stopped cooperating, case closed. Once the witness who was telling got locked up for armed robbery, case is closed, bro. It took them 3 years to get it. They didn't indict. And you didn't say concrete, but that's what I'm saying, Byron. You gotta realize that when you talking to these people, they don't know law. They don't know law. So a lot of people, get, like I said, you be 100%. You know, I always salute you on your work. But when you say certain things in a situation like this, where we trying to put this to bed, you know what I mean? Because this is a lie. This is fabricated. We try to put this to bed. Oh my God. All right, Byron. Yo, you tripping, bro. We try to put this to bed. So it's either we putting it to bed or we adding fuel to it. It's either we putting it to bed or we adding fuel to it. I ain't saying what was a lie. It is a lie. To say that Durk snitched is a lie. That's a lie. There's no truth to that. He didn't. We don't have no paperwork saying Durk told. Where you got multiple accounts of the same situation. You understand what I'm saying? What the lawyer just depicted was multiple accounts of the same situation. How do you view that? When you got several witnesses. I know that, bro. I didn't say you say Durk snitch, bro. I'm saying the way you constructed the video, people can get confused. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, god damn, like niggas said I was on some goofy shit. Like, come on, Byron, we been rocking way too long. We rock way too long for that, bro. I ain't say you was on no goofy shit. You feel me? Like, oh, that's a stretch, my nigga. We been rocking on this internet for about 2 years now. And yeah, you did say that. You did say Durk said it wasn't me, it had to be somebody else. Durk could have said it wasn't me. Durk could have said I was there and I don't know who did it. Duffy said that as well. Durk could have said I was there and I don't know who did it. I didn't see it. Not saying I wasn't there, but I didn't see it. I don't know what the fuck happened. You know, that's a possibility too. What I'm saying is, yo, the video you put out, even though I know your intentions was good, it still left room for doubt. That's what I'm saying. It still left room for doubt. It still left room for speculation. And there's really nothing to speculate. What the fuck, Jay? Where the hell you been at? It really is. It really wasn't nothing to speculate about when you consider that they didn't get indicted for 3 years. Like, speculation ends. You know what I mean? The case went 3 years with no indictment. It's nothing to speculate. It's only one reason they do that. That means they don't have a case. It's the only reason they do it. And probable cause is different than reasonable doubt. Now, they might have had probable cause to make an arrest, but they didn't have reasonable doubt to secure a conviction. So, for prosecution reasons, the case gets tossed out. Like, that's how that works. That's how that works. But you know that. Like, I ain't got to tell you that. You know that. But the problem is the people that view and watch it, they don't know that. You understand what I'm saying? So when you make these points, you got to make sure that you know, I mean, you can do things how you want to do it. That's why people do reactions to videos. You know what I mean? I ain't disagreeing with you. I know you ain't calling him a rat. But my job is, you know, same thing, same job you got. You do it with 1090J. You know, the related information the correct way. Yeah, they had evidence to make an arrest. They just didn't have evidence to secure a conviction. So case dismissed. That's all it was. Like when you said they had evidence, it made it seem like that, oh shit, maybe he could have told. They had evidence. Why they dropped the case? Because they didn't have enough to secure a conviction. You know what I mean? They have enough to secure a conviction. That's all, y'all. God damn, niggas I was on some goofy shit. I can't, that's crazy. Man, that's crazy to me, bro. I don't know. He'd be alright. You know? But, yeah, though, y'all, like, I'm gonna let my phone charge up. That shit dead for real. I had that Bible Blake another time. Might have to call him. Straight up. But yeah, we just trying to dispel the rumors. Oh, Jill, don't start that shit, Jill. You come back and on some bullshit. What the fuck you better anyway, Jill? I was ready to put an APB out on you. We ain't seen Jill about a month. What the fuck you been doing, man? But y'all hit that like button, yo, share the live. I'm ready to make me something to eat. I ain't ate nothing today. Yeah, facts over feelings, man. We don't get it. If a person disagree with something I say, explain it. You know what I mean? Like, to say that I was trying to, I know you ain't called Durk no snitch. I know you wouldn't even, I mean, you dibble and dab in that type of, you know, in that arena. You know what I mean? But, people can take what he said in that video and still be left confused. I mean, we ain't trying to confuse nobody. You know what I mean? We gonna deal with the law and how this shit works and how it's applied to each case. Yeah, man. Fuck Jay been at, man. Yo, hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Appreciate anybody that tapped in. So never did QG News. Get them out.